Yes, Joann's. Joann's was convenient, it was local, and I could get sewing notions, quilting fabrics if I needed them, thread, scissors, and some fabrics, some fashion fabrics that were, you would find some that were fairly decent. But I needed a new cutting mat. My cutting mat has finally gone bad. It's done. I mean, I have a gigantic one, but this one is so convenient because I can just pull it out, and I've been doing things with a ruler and chalk, which really is not as convenient as a rotary cutter. So I went to Michael's just to see what they had because I heard they had taken over some of Joann's stuff, and I was impressed with what they had. I got this two-sided Fiskars cutting mat, same size as my other one, and in much better shape. So that was good. And they had lots of options of these. You can see them here. Now this is obviously at my local Michael's, but your Michael's may be a little different than mine. They also had thread, and they had Gutermans, and I was really impressed. So I got a 6-pack of Gutermans, but they had a whole rack of colorful Gutermans thread. In addition to the Coats and Clark, which you would expect. And all the different colors. So Coats and Clark is fine for utility things, quilting and things like that. If you're gonna do fashion sewing, I think Gutermans thread is a better option. It's a higher quality thread. But I thought for the most part, they had lots of good options. There were some sections that were kind of spare. The button section was like non-existent. But they had plenty of scissors, good selection of needles. It did not have silk pins, which I did look for. They had a few Singer sewing machine options there, and I suspect you would have more online. Also, you can, I have a link down below for the Singer Machine Center. You can get some really good machines there, exactly what you need if you like Singers, if those are your jam. So one of the things that I was going to do, fall is coming near and upon us. It's mid-August, and one of the things I wanted to do was make a table runner, an autumn table runner. And I've done a sew along for the table runner, so I'll link it down below. I was impressed with the row of fabric. They had one row stacked with fabric top to bottom. I was pretty impressed. I got this, and it's glittery. I don't know if you can see the gold threads through the camera, and this to go with it. So I'm going to do a little quilt, and then just batting, little very thin batting to go because it's going on the table. So yeah, those little runners, table runners, look really nice, and you can decorate them up, and they just bring a little spice into your dining room or kitchen or wherever you're going to put them. You can make placemats. You can do the same process for all kinds of different shapes and sizes, whatever you're looking for your tables. So I did speak with the clerk that was cutting the fabric, and she said that it's been very popular, and they've had a lot of sales in the fabric department, and that her suspicions were that they would be expanding and bringing on more and more notions and fabrics into the stores. So you can go online at Michael's, links are all below, that will give you a lot more fabric options than what was actually in the store. But I thought that what was in the store was better than nothing. It was decent. There were a few options for batting. There were a few options for interfacing. There was some colorful rows of quilting cotton. I mean, most of it was quilting cotton, so that was fine. But really cute stuff. Like they had Disney, they had Star Wars, they had all kinds of superheroes and things that would be very popular with the kids. And then they also had some like traditional kind of country cottage style quilting and some seasonal stuff. The clerk did tell me this was stuff that came from Joann's. So they took all of Joann's stock, or a percentage of it, and had redistributed it to a lot of the Michaels stores. Mine fortunately has some, and I think that they're going to send out some more. So that's good news for us. If you have a Michaels near you, it's really good news, because you can pick up the little odds and ends, the little bits and bobs that you need as you're sewing, without having to order them online and wait for them to come to you. So if you have a Michaels near you, good for you. Go check it out. Hopefully they have some sewing notions and a little bit of fabric that will help ease your sewing angst and the missing of Joann's. And until next time, happy sewing. Bye.